Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off your hot and cold water supplies. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Maytag washer pump belt. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the instructions and the new pump belt. The pump belt goes in between the motor and the pump. The main reason you'd be changing it out is if over time it's stretched out and lost its grip and it's no longer driving the pump. In order to get to the part, we're going to take off the front panel. We're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to take off the 2 screws at the bottom so we can remove it. Now that you have the screws out, we can lift the front panel off and set it aside. With the front panel off, we can now tip the machine up. You only have to tip yours up far enough to get to the belts and change them. We're going to tip ours back pretty far so you can see it. Make sure you put a piece of wood underneath to support it so it doesn't fall on you, and get somebody to help you lift it and tilt it if it's too heavy for you. Now that we can see the belts underneath, we have access to the pump belt. All you have to do to get these off is just kind of pull down on them from the pulley and turn them. And then you can just take the other end off. Here's the old pump belt next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To put the new pump belt on, it's the same as taking it off. You want to hook it around the motor pulley and then get it started on the pump pulley and just spin it so it goes around and goes on. To adjust the pump belt, you have to squeeze it together until the motor moves up here. So what you want to do is just make sure your motor's, in the back position, and then you can squeeze on it, and when you start to feel this motor move, you should have a 1/4 inch between these inside belts. Because ours is a new belt, it's probably going to be a little bit off from the old adjustment, so we're going to basically right there is where the motor starts to move, and that's about a 1/2 inch. So what we have to do is take a 5/16 nut driver and loosen up these screws that hold the pump down. You don't have to take them out, just loosen them. There's 3 of them. To tighten the belt, we're going to pull it this way, and to loosen it, we're going to push it towards the motor. So this way makes it looser, this way makes it tighter. So we can tighten down one of the screws, and then we can make sure the motor is all the way in the front towards the front of the machine, and then squeeze the belt again. And make sure the adjustment's right. Once you have it to where there's a 1/4 inch between, we can tighten down the pump. Once you have the screws tight, you can check it one more time to make sure you have the 1/4 inch. Now that we have the belt installed, you can get somebody to help you lift the machine back up because it's heavy. Once you have it back on its feet, we can put it back together. Now we can put the front panel on. All you have to do is lift it up so the spring fasteners go into their little tabs. And then we can lower it down so we can put the screws in. To put the screws back in, we're going to grab our Phillips screwdriver and put them back in. Now that we have the part installed, we can plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.